Headlines: several persons injured in a motor vehicle accident in Richfield. BVI inmates return home on the first anniversary of Irma. And poor road conditions, fumes threatened protest in VJ. Good evening and welcome to the live broadcast of GVD News on the Go. I am Suzette Thompson. On Friday, September 7th, 2018, two vehicles collided on the Richfield Highway in Dennery. Several persons were injured and taken to the hospital. It is reported that an SUV headed in a northbound direction collided with a pickup van headed in a southbound direction. One source disclosed that the SUV overtook a vehicle and slammed into the pickup van. On Thursday, September 6, 2018, 10 prisoners were escorted from the Bordeley Correctional Facility under heavy security, in compliance with arrangements to ensure they were safely admitted to their country. Prison officers from the British Virgin Islands were also part of the escort from the beginning to completion of the prisoners' journey. Kimani Theophane has more for us in this report.
Subsequent to Category 5 Hurricane Irma in September 2017, a total of 21 prisoners were transferred to St. Lucia from Her Majesty's Prison in Basildon Gut, British Virgin Islands, in 3 divisions from September 25th to 27th, 2017. The prisoners were placed unsecured at the Bordeley Correctional Facility due to extensive damage to their prison of origin by Hurricane Irma. The first repatriation exercise on August 16, 2018 is said to have been carried out seamlessly, and likewise yesterday's return to British Virgin Islands. Meantime, on the occasion of the first anniversary of the passage of Hurricane Irma, September 6, 2018, the Minister of Home Affairs and National Security, Honorable Hermangild Francis, is pleased that the British Virgin Islands can continue to rebuild, restore, and reclaim its sense of resilience, strength, progress, and independence. The government of St. Lucia has been commended for their public-spirited gesture towards the British Virgin Islands in the aftermath of the catastrophic Category 5 Hurricane Irma. Kimani Theophane, GVD News.
The residents of VJ expressed dissatisfaction with the deplorable conditions of the road. Consequently, they have staged a protest for the 30th of September to show their discontent with this situation. Kimani Theophane tells us more.
The residents of the VJ community are calling on the public to assist them in a protest march on the 30th of September 2018 from 12 p.m. The march will begin from the VJ Combined School to Peru and back, in a movement to call on the government to repair not only the roads but the playing field. Some of the residents expressed that the road has been in this deteriorating condition for quite a long time and has worsened by the years.
Well, from the time I have been living here, this road is very rough. Very rough. When I say rough, because I can recall the last time they had after the trough in the Christmas last 2 years, I can recall the road was blocked in the Cornell area there, where the people die and everything like that. Every vehicle was passing over here in VJ through Deriso to Kako, and then to go to Opicon. And I thought that road was going to fix, but up to now, it's a no-no. But now it's worse. From here, from Cornell to Peru, it's worse, my brother. You can't even pass there with a horse. I mean, it is very difficult to explain.
The condition of the road has affected individuals on the road financially. One individual adds that he has to change his paths very often.
Well, with the condition of the road, it's very often. And if not too often, you have to drive, you have to take probably 20 minutes for a trip that will take you probably 7 to 8 minutes because of the road, and you don't want your vehicle to get destroyed, so you just have to drive really, really slow.
Furthermore, residents added that the playing field, which is also in a deplorable condition, needs to be fixed.
The United Workers' Party to please bring that back. We need the playing field, because without the playing field, you'll get people going astray, people going to drugs, our young people fading away. We have good sportsmen in the community, we have good cricketers that have represented St. Lucia, both cricket and football. We need something to be done about this playing field. I have suffered too much using my money cutting this playing field. I want a change. We're marching for the road. We're marching for the road, for the VJ people, for the community, including the playing field. We need the road to be fit. I'm asking the people. We have some sponsors about. I got some call last night. There was some good feedback. They will support me. We're looking at to wear white shirt on that day. No political color. We're looking at to wear white shirt on that day, because it's very important to be on the march. We're starting from 12 o'clock from the VJ Primary School to go to Piero and come back. The march is on the 30th of September.
Kimani Theophane, GVD News.
The St. Lucia National Trust has been collaborating with some local agencies, in particular the Department of Fisheries and some external partners, to promote the sustainable use of the marine turtle fishery in St. Lucia. St. Lucia still has an active marine turtle fishery, and the St. Lucia National Trust is trying to promote the sustainable use of it. Kimani Theophane has more.
Craig Henry, Programs Officer for Conservation, St. Lucia National Trust, expresses his concern about the illegal activities taking place outside the marine season turtle consumption.
What we have encountered is some incidents where we have folks illegally harvesting turtles or attempting to. So the first incident that we got wind of was a concerned citizen was able to encounter a turtle net that was set in Savans Bay with some juveniles. So our concerned citizen was sufficiently aware of the regulations regarding marine turtle harvest that they proceeded to free these turtles from the nest and informed us, and then we also informed the Department of Fisheries, which thereafter investigated the matter.
Henry stated that despite the laws against such activities and the promotions of sustaining the resource, persons still continue to violate these efforts.
Last weekend, there was a tour of Maria Islands with some guests, and both the tour guide and the guests, they discovered that a turtle carcass, freshly slaughtered turtle off of the beaches of Maria Islands. And so what that shows is that there is poaching activity still taking place, and it has been done despite the fact that it's currently the closed season.
Henry gave advice on what is illegal in the harvesting of the turtles and reminded us that the harvesting period has been closed.
We try to discourage the illegal takeoff, especially nesting females, and these are often what are caught up in the poaching activity. As within the Point Sab Environmental Protection Area, you have a long stretch of nesting beach area that's available for females to come lay their eggs, and usually that is the time that poachers take, or the opportunity that poachers take to actually try to get these nesting females, and that is also illegal. It is also illegal to be in possession of marine turtle, their eggs or their hatchlings.
It is important to preserve the nesting turtles and their young ones. Henry explained how this can be done.
Hatchlings, if you come across hatchlings that are stranded, moving inland, which tends to happen, then the best thing to do is contact either the National Trust or the Department of Fisheries, and then we can take it from there. But the most important thing, there are steps that people could take on their own. I mean, if you see nesting female in trouble, or you come across, you observe that the hatchlings are moving forward, if you have a bucket or some container, all you do is collect them and put them back. Specifically, we don't encourage just dropping them into the water. It's best to bring them back to the shoreline and allow them to go free or walk or straddle into the water themselves.
Kimani Theophane, GVD News.
Stay tuned to GVD TV. We'll be right back after the break.